Okay, so we're finishing the unit this week. So let's start reviewing questions 51 through 54. We're going to review greatest common factor and least common multiple. Okay, so question number 51, I have three terms. So first of all, let me find the factors of each. We said before the factors are the number that multiplied. The numbers that multiplied will give me a product. So in this case, my first number is 24. I want to find out what are all the multiplications that are equal to 24. So I'm going to say 1 times 24, then 2 times 12, 3 times 8. Before I continue, notice on the left, I keep on increasing by 1, right? I went 1, 2, 3, so that my next number would be 4. And I start thinking, 4 times something equals 24? Yep. 4 times 6. My next number will be 5, but 5 is not a factor, right? I cannot go 5 times anything, excluding decimals, right? I'm not going to include decimals, just whole numbers. 5, I cannot multiply 5 by anything to give me 24. The number after 5, so 5 is not good. The number after 5 is 6, but 6 is already on my list, so I stopped. You guys can see that the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. All those are the factors of 24. Remember, factors mean the numbers that multiplied can equal 24. So all those 8 numbers, there's 8 total, factors of 24. Now let's take a look at the factors of 40. I'm going to say 1 times 40, 2 times 20. 3 is not a factor of 40. But then I go 4 times 10, 5 times 8. 6 and 7 are not good. 8's already on my list, so I stopped. Then let me find factors of 48. I'm looking at 48. Factors of 48 are 1 times 48, 2 times 24, 3 times 16, 4 times 12. 5 is not good, but then I get 6 times 8. 7 is not good, and then 8 is on the list. Now, my greatest common factor. So common factor means it's a factor of all of them. So I'm looking at, I see 8 as a common factor, right? We see it in O. Now, my question is that the greatest? Is that the biggest? Yep, that seems to be it. So my answer, let me put it in red so we don't get confused. My answer is 8. There were other factors. Let me highlight that 2 was also a common factor. 4 was also a common factor. 1 was a common factor, right? There were many common factors. Common factor means that it's a factor of all of them. But I'm not just looking for any common factor. I'm looking for the greatest, the biggest common factor. And in this case, like I said, it happens to be 8. All right, let's take a look at question number 52. Let me start by finding the factors of 50. So I'm going to say 1 times 50, 2 times 25. 3 and 4 are not factors. But then I have 5 times 10. 6, 7, 8, 9 are not factors of 50, so I stopped. Then let me find the factors of 32. 1 times 32. 2 times 16. 3 is not a good factor, but let's say 4 times 8. 5, 6, 7 are not good. Now the factors of 11. 1 times 11. That's it. Now let me find, I see 1 is a common factor. My question here is there any other common factor that is bigger than 1? I'm finding the greatest common factor, and nope, I don't find one. So 1 is it. 1 is the greatest common factor. Now let's also review the least common multiple. Now least common multiple is a little bit more work. What I'm going to do, let me find the multiples of 36. Okay, we find the multiples of 36. So when I mean with multiples of 36, I want to find the times tables of 36. So 36 times 1, 36 times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to start with 36. And I'm really going to create a long list. Once I find a number, right, 36, for me to find the next numbered, I'm just going to add 36 more. So 36 plus 36 is going to be 72 plus 36. I'm going to call that 108 plus 36, 144 plus 36 is 180 and 216. I could go more, but I think that's enough. Let me stop there. Now let me use red for the factors, for the multiples of 12. I'm gonna start at 12, and then I'm gonna increase by 12. So 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus 12 is 36. Plus 12 is 48. Plus 12 is 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120, 132, and let me just find one more, 144. All right, notice I was adding 12 plus 12 plus 12. Repeated addition, isn't that what we call multiplication? All right, now let me find the factors of 24. So I'm gonna start with 24. And for each number, let me add 24 more. So I'm gonna have 48, 72, 96, 120, 144, and I think I can stop there. Now here we're finding the least common multiple. Now I see a common multiple, 144. Now my question here is there another common multiple that is smaller than 144? Remember, common multiple means that it has to be in all of them. And in my case, yep, 72. You guys see 72 here? 72 is also a common multiple. Now, my question again here is there anything smaller than 72 that is a common multiple? I see 36. I see 36, but only on 2 of them, not all of them. So 36 is not a common multiple because it has to be in all of them. All right, don't find any. So my least common multiple in this case will be 72. Okay, let's take a look at 54. Let me use red for the multiples of 20. So I'm going to start with 20, and then I'm going to go 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 160, 180. I think that's enough. I'll stop there. Now let me do my multiples of 40. So I'm going to start with 40, and each time I'm going to include 40 more and 40 more. So 40, 80, 120. 120 plus 40 is 160. 200. 240. 280. Okay, I'll stop there. Now let me do my multiples of 30. I'm going to use green for that. So 30 plus 30 is 60. plus 30 is 90, plus 30 is 120. Let me stop here. I see a common multiple, 120. 120 is in all of them. Sorry, it's already found a common multiple. My question now is there a smaller common multiple? Remember, common multiple means it is part of all of them. Nope, I don't see a smaller common multiple. So my least common multiple in this case will be 120.